All right, so now that you've got a wallet with some crypto in it and the test network, then you can make a smart contract. And C351 is where you do that. So in the same browser that you've connected to your wallet, you want to open Remix, remix.ethereum.org. And so I have to switch to the browser I'm using for that, which is here. Okay. So in Remix is where you create and deploy smart contracts. This 2-page button is where you start, and this shows you your contracts. So you can right-click this thing and make a new file, and I've already got it in mine, and the name of this thing is Faucet. And it's here. And so this faucet is about the simplest contract you could have, and this is what you used to get your Sepolia testnet ether. People are running faucets that are essentially like this. You have a version of Solidity it's written in. Your contract name is Faucet, and here this line means it will receive money from anybody. The receive function is externally visible, and it will accept money, and it doesn't have any commands in there at all, so it will just receive money and do nothing else from anybody, anytime. And here's where it gives out ether. Withdraw has an amount, and as long as the amount is not too big, it'll just transfer the amount to anybody. And this amount is in Wei, which is 10 to the minus 18 ether. And so I put in these underscores, which I just learned about, you can put in, so you can see that this is in fact 0.1 ether is the maximum amount you can withdraw from this thing. So at least that's how I'm reading it, although I thought I withdrew 0.2 later. We'll see how this works. Anyway, so there's my contract. After you've entered the code, you compile it with this button here with the arrows going back and forth. You compile it, and it compiles correctly and gives me a check mark, so there were no errors. And then you deploy it. Now, if you deploy it, you can use various different places to send it. You can use a simulated Ethernet, a Remix virtual machine in London or Berlin, and that'll deploy it on a JavaScript simulated blockchain right in your browser, so you don't have to wait for anything. But what we're going to do here is go to the MetaMask provider. So you connect to MetaMask, and that's why it has to be the browser where you have MetaMask, and this is going to cost you ether when you deploy it, although we're using free testnet ether. So now you can deploy it, and when you do, it's going to pop up and ask for permission to spend some of your ether, and it's going to say this is going to cost you 0.00026 Sepolia ether. So you have to confirm that. And now it sends the transaction. The creation is pending, and now you have to wait for the blockchain to mine it. And the mining time for Ethereum is 15 seconds per block, so you might have to wait 15 seconds, and you might even have to wait more than 15 seconds if the network is really busy and your thing doesn't get mined right away. But mine did get mined right away, with the green check mark means it worked. So now that it's been deployed, at the bottom of here you have deployed contracts, and one of them is your faucet. And so you can withdraw amounts. And let me check my instructions, which is C351. All right. And so when you withdraw, I think you have to put in the number in you're drawing fee. You have to put in the number in quotes like this, and this is what I put in the instructions. This number in quotes with all those zeros. I wonder if you can put underscores in this. It would sure be nice, because it's hard to have a number that big and not make a mistake. I'm going to try the underscores. I don't know if it's going to let me get away with it. There. That's the maximum amount you can withdraw, 100, which is 0.1 ether, I think. I'll try withdrawing, and we'll see if it works. If it doesn't like that format, I will get some kind of error. Transaction to error encoding argument. Yep, okay, you can't do that. The JavaScript won't let me do that. So I got to do it this way, which is pretty rude with a number like that. And it has to be in quotes too, which is another oh, now it's telling me gas estimation failed. I'll just send it anyway. It can't estimate what the gas fee will be, but I'll let it go. I don't care about spending the gas. And now I'm ready to approve it. Unknown processing time, maximum fee 0.0075. So I confirm that. And now that transaction is pending, and now I have to wait for it to get mined. Okay, and now it failed. Now the reason it failed, I might be able to see it by expanding this. Transaction mined, but execution failed. And here's the withdrawal amount. It doesn't give me any more information, but the problem is the contract has no money. You can see right here, balance of 0 Ether. So you can't subtract anything because you haven't added anything. So we need to send it some money. So I need to open I'll open another tab for this. Open my MetaMask. And I like to make it big, that it doesn't keep closing all the time. And now I need to fund the contract. So if you go here, the contract is here where you deployed it, at this address E57. So you copy that address, and I need to send it some money. So I send that address some money, and I think 0.2 will do, because I'm withdrawing 0.1. So I send 0.2 in there. Next, and I confirm that I'm willing to pay the gas fee, and now it's pending, and you can see I have 0.4 Ether up here. When that works, I'll be down to 0.2. And the Sepolia testnet is moving along just fine. I haven't had to wait very long for anything. There, it's done. I fell down to 0.2. That transaction went through, and now my balance just went up to 0.2. So this time when I withdraw, I might have better luck. So let's try withdrawing again. And here's this transaction pending. I have to approve paying the gas for it. And once again, it may be 15 seconds. There is nothing in the account. Your faucet wouldn't create. All right, let's see. Yeah, so that worked, and my balance fell to 0.1. Your faucet wouldn't create because there's nothing in the account under environment. Right, what you have to do is you have to choose this, injected provider MetaMask, and then make sure you choose the account that has some Sephora Ether in it. Now, I could open Zoom and you could share your screen. Would that help? You can't choose anything here? Okay, let me start up Zoom. That's why I had to have this. Then you can share your screen, and I can probably help you. Let me get my Zoom session going, and I'll put the information about the Zoom session in the chat, which is here. You can pick the MetaMask, yeah. Just pick the MetaMask. That should do it. And then when you deploy it, it will pop up and ask permission to spend some of your Ether. Or you can, and if you come to that Zoom, you can share your screen, and then I can help more if that would be helpful. This is how we usually do it. If you pick MetaMask, when you deploy, it should pop up a box asking for permission. Ah, here comes somebody. Good. Ah, good. Okay. All right. So you got remix. Yeah, you choose injected provider. There you are. Now just deploy on the bottom left. You don't need to choose the account. You'll do that when you deploy it. Ah, okay, you must not have your MetaMask. Well, try opening MetaMask. Is it in another browser or something? Go up to the top right, click that hammer, and see if you have MetaMask here. There's your MetaMask. It's in this browser. You have to be in the same browser you put MetaMask in. I see at the bottom of your screen, MetaMask is on a different application. Go down. Yeah, this you have to use that browser, whatever that is. That's where you have to do it. Oh, it's the same one. Well, that's rude. Well, see if you can open MetaMask. To the bottom, at the top right, click the little hammer icon, the third one, and see if you can get to MetaMask from here. Maybe this tab is somehow not connected to the other tab. You see what I mean? Point up to the top right. You have 5 icons there. One of them has an S, and you have a LastPass icon. I don't see MetaMask on the list of visible icons. That may be the problem. Yeah. You got it? Good. Okay. What was it? It looked pretty good. What was the problem? You needed to be on a different tab or something? The MetaMask screen asking you for permission was minimized. Ah, yes. That's why I like to maximize that MetaMask window. Yeah, good. Okay, good. Glad to see it. All right. Good. Oh. I've been recording all this.